Good morning everyone, welcome back to our channel. This is just a little bonus video for you all to enjoy. The plan is that this will get edited tonight and go up tomorrow. So the current time and date whilst I'm filming this is 9:30 in the morning, and it's Thursday the 21st of July 2022. So this is going to get edited tonight and hopefully go on our YouTube channel tomorrow, Friday the 22nd of July. So for those of you that decide to tune in on Friday the 22nd of July at 6 PM, when you're watching this, Jessica and myself will be currently on a plane flying to America. Now for those of you that don't know, Jessica and I first met at a summer camp in America looking after children and adults with disability. These are known as campers. We call them the campers because they'll be staying with us at camp, sleeping and having all their meals and all their activities with us at camp. Now camp normally starts around June the 1st and normally ends about the first or second week into August. So it's about 3 months or so, just under 3 months. So the first 2 weeks at camp is orientation. So that's where all the staff come together, team building, ice breaking and training, which is called orientation. Then after 2 weeks the first campers come. So camp is split up into 6 sessions. First 5 sessions are 8 days long and the last session is 6 days long. Now after every session there's a 3-day break for the staff to have to themselves, so there'll be no campers at camp on those 3-day breaks. Now on those 3-day breaks the staff can go wherever they want. In America, they can do whatever they want. They can choose to stay at camp themselves. They can choose to go to New York, Washington, wherever they want, as long as they're back 3 days later for the start of session 2 or session 3 or session 4, etc. Now, with the pandemic, camp was affected just like everything else in the world has been. I do believe 2020 and summer 2021 camp didn't happen. Camp is happening this year, and it is running at, I think, between 60 and 70 capacity for the campers. So there's not going to be as many staff needed there as previous years, but there was still staffing issues. Now, as far as I'm aware, I'm not entirely sure with all the information, but there were a few staff members that had to pull out the last couple of weeks because of visa issues, passport issues, or COVID, or whatever the reasons, but a few staff members had to drop out. So Jess and I did volunteer at winter camp in 2018, so we're still in that group. So about 6 weeks ago, Mel, who is the camp director who runs camp, wrote in that group asking for any help, if anyone can help them out during this summer. She says she understands that we can't all give them the full 3 months at camp because obviously we're a lot older, we've got commitments, but even if it's just for a couple of weeks, anything will be a great help. So Jessica and I spoke about it and we thought, I'm not working, this is going to be the perfect time to go back. We can give a fortnight, a couple of weeks, surely. Obviously Jessica with her health conditions, we had to put that and factor that in, but we emailed Mel, spoke to her, and within a few days basically we're going to camp. Whoop, whoop. So this is going to be a volunteering role. So I did work in 2010, I also worked at camp in 2011, and I also worked 2012, and that's why I met Jess in 2012. Now we did get paid for those. This role this year is volunteering, although Camp Greentop, well, the League for People with Disabilities, that's the organisation, they have paid for our flights to America. So even though we're volunteering, we are getting paid flights out to America. We're actually flying to America tomorrow. You'll be watching this vlog hopefully whilst we're on the plane. Now we are flying from Heathrow. We're flying to Copenhagen. There's going to be a stopover in Copenhagen, and then we're flying to Washington. So we are looking very, very forward to it. It's been so long since we last went to summer camp. I always knew I wanted to go back again at some point, but I just thought in 2012 when I left, I thought, right, I need to get a job, I need to pay my way, I can't keep lazing around and then hoping to work every summer in America. So I knew that at the end of camp in 2012, I was literally inconsolable with Jess. I thought I want to come back, but I knew I couldn't. I just knew it wouldn't work. I couldn't do it, I couldn't make it work. But somehow we are going back. Now Jessica and I are working for session 5 and session 6, which are the last 2 sessions out there. When we do land in America, it will be a start of a 3-day break. So for the first 3 days, there'll be no campers, we'll be on break. So me and Jess will be staying at camp for the first 3 days, and there'll be no campers. There'll be a few staff members around, but majority of them will be off the mountain, because camp is on a mountain. It's on the Catoctin Mountain in America, in Maryland, and it's right next to Camp David, which is a beautiful camp. We've not been to Camp David, obviously we're not allowed to go on there for obvious reasons, but Camp Greentop itself, which is next door, is an absolutely stunning camp, secluded, full of woodland. It's absolutely beautiful, and the reason why it's called Camp Greentop is because there's a big patch of grass on top of the mountain and it's a green top. So we are looking very forward to that. So when we get to camp, as I said, it will be a 3-day break, so there shouldn't be anyone around, maybe a couple of people that have decided to stay on the mountain, but majority of the staff will be off the mountain enjoying themselves. So we've got the 3-day break there straight away, then we've got an 8-day session, which is session 5, then there'll be another 3-day break where no one's there, where we can do what we want and get off the mountain or whatever, and then session 6 is a 6-day session, and then we pack up and we can leave the mountain because camp is over. So a little bit about what's happening today. So once I've recorded this, I've got a few errands to run. I've got to nip out for a little while. Jess got to sort out all the documents, just make sure everything is there, the money, the passports, our ESTAs. As this is a volunteering role, we do not need a J1 visa. We've just got our ESTA. We've also got a letter from Mel herself saying that we are volunteering, so we can show border control, TSA and all that lot that we are volunteering, in case they want to see some proof. So I've got a few errands to run, like I said. Jessie's got to sort out all the documents, make sure they're all in order, make sure we've got them all, make sure the money is there, the passports are there, and so on. And then we'll be making our way to Heathrow. We are getting the 724 bus. We was going to drive, but we are going to be away for about 24 days, and you don't even want to know how much the car park was for those 24 days. We are getting a bus, like I said, from Hatfield Station. We'll be making our way to Heathrow Central, and then we'll be getting the Heathrow Express to Terminal 4, and we're staying at the Premier Inn Hotel at Terminal 4, Heathrow Airport. Now, we have stayed in this airport before. We have stayed in this hotel before, sorry. If you look back at our New York vlog series that happened a few months ago, the Premier Inn, that's the one that we're staying in. Now, we have booked another accessible room, but we're not sure if it's going to be the same room that we've done a room tour in last time. If it's the same room, then we won't bother filming it. If you are interested to see a room tour of that hotel, please click this card just here. If it is a different room and there's significant changes to it, then we feel like it's going to be in your benefit to see. We will record it and put it on YouTube for you to see. So that is a vlog for you to watch. Once we're in our room, we have got to chill out, probably have a shower. Then we're going to nip down for dinner. Now, this hotel does have like a restaurant down below, so we will be having some food there in the restaurant. Once we get back up to the room, maybe 6 or 7 o'clock, it's probably going to be that's it really, because our flight Friday morning is going to be at 6:45 from Terminal 2, Heathrow, and that goes straight to Copenhagen, where we have a little stay over for about 3 hours, and then we fly from Copenhagen to Washington. So we have to be at the airport for about 3:45. It's not ideal. I didn't really want to pay 60 quid for a hotel when we're only staying it till 3 o'clock. But at 6:45 in the morning, there's no way to get there other than a taxi to the airport, and it's going to be extortionate. We can't drive because obviously it's 24 days at the car park, which will be expensive. And there's no public services at 3 o'clock in the morning to get us to the airport for that time. So the only way we could do it, and the cheapest way we could do it, was get a hotel the night before. So we'll be checking out about 3 o'clock, making our way to Terminal 2, Heathrow, and then we'll get a flight. Now, we do have the lounge booked. It's a different lounge from all the other trips we've had, so we're looking forward to seeing that and showing you that. Once we arrive at camp, also, once we arrive in America and we get to Washington Dulles Airport, because the staff are on a break, there's going to be no one there to pick us up from the airport and take us to camp. And obviously there's few staff members that are still at camp don't want to be spending their days off or some of their hours, you know, ferrying us to and fro camp. So there will be an Uber that is booked for us when we arrive into the airport, and that will take us straight to camp. Now when we get to camp, we will say hello to anyone that's there, you know, introduce ourselves. Then we'll be taking our belongings down to a cabin, and that's where me and Jess will be staying for 3 days together in a cabin on the mountain. Now when camp starts on the when session 5 starts on the 25th of July, that me and Jess will then split up, and I'll be assigned a cabin and Jess will be assigned a cabin, and Jess will be working with that cabin, doing activities, assisting them with personal care, assisting them with the activities and dinner, lunch, breakfast and all that stuff. And I'll be in my own cabin with another staff member with 4 or 5 campers, and again I'll be taking them to activities such as sports and games, arts and crafts, pool program, performing arts and so on. And then we'll have all our meals with them. We'll sit as a group, as our own little group, in the dining hall with breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, and then we will look after them, we'll shower them if they need it, we'll take them to the toilet, so on like that. So all the personal care we'll be doing. Now I know some of you will be thinking, well, Jess is not feeling very well most of the time, she's got these conditions, what's happening? Well, she is going to be on light duty, so as it stands, as far as we know, Jessica will be a program leader, so she'll be a performing arts program leader. So about 80% of her day she'll be just singing and dancing and goofing around the campers at the fire pit. She'll be teaching them camp songs and so on and so on. And then in the evening, getting ready for bed, she'll be doing a little bit of personal care in the evening. But I'll be hands-on. I'll be getting stuck in. I'm not a program leader, but I'll still be getting stuck in. Jessica, as I said, will be on light duty. So anyone that's watching this, please note that Jessica is not going to be going gun-ho. She'll take it easy, and she's on light duties, and that's all been sorted out by camp. So that's about it for camp itself. I could waffle on a hell of a lot more about camp, but however much I talk about it, it will never do it justice. But there is a video on YouTube that was filmed back in 2011, and it's a little bit of history of the camp itself. There's a few images of camp. It shows you how the camp is, what we do at camp, and it's a 6-minute video. So I'm going to ask Jess to link it in the description box below, and I'm also going to ask her to put a card here so you can click on it. Now this video was recorded in 2011 and I was at camp that time. If you check out minute marker 3 minutes and 33 seconds, not dead center but just to the right of the center, you will see a bloke with a red top, white collar, pouring pink juice. That's me. Blink and you miss it. I wasn't asked to be on the camera. There's a few people talking and stuff, few people that have been there a few years, but I didn't make the cut. So blink and you miss it, but that's me pouring out the pink juice. So that's all I can talk to you about camp at the moment. Now after camp, Jess and I, so after camp, when camp finishes on August the 9th, there'll be a mass tidy up, clearing everything away, taking all the equipment and loading the vans to take back to off the mountain basically. So all the equipment on camp doesn't stay there after the summer. It all goes back down to the League for People with Disabilities, which is in Baltimore. So there'll be a massive clear out, making sure all the furniture, all the wheelchairs, all the shower chairs, all the equipment that's been taken down to up to the mountain comes back off the mountain. So there'll be a massive clear up. Once that's happened, there'll be like an end of summer banquet where all the staff get dressed up and we'll have some nice food. It's normally different from the camp food that we'll have there every other day, so it'd be like a big barbecue or pizzas or something. Once that's happened, there is normally like a campfire just to say thank you for, you know, what we liked, what we didn't like, and how how much of an amazing summer I had, and then we get to stay the night at camp. On the 10th, the next day, we'll be getting our suitcases and we'll be getting off the mountain. Now Jessica and I will be staying in Baltimore. We've booked a Hyatt hotel and we're there for 5 days, 4 nights. Now Baltimore holds a special place in our heart. It was where me and Jess had our first date. So at camp, I asked her out on her birthday. We shared our first kiss, we had our first cuddle. We told each other that we loved each other towards the end of summer. So that is a very special place, camp itself. But Baltimore is another special place because that's where we had our first date. So our first date was on a 3-day break when we all went to Baltimore, and we had our date in Baltimore Aquarium, which was probably the first aquarium actually ever been to that I can remember, and I loved it. And that's why now when we go anywhere you see us in the aquariums. We always try and fit an aquarium in. So our first date was an aquarium, so we've got that to look forward to in August when we're in Baltimore. Now in that 5-day break, or in that 5-day holiday in Baltimore after camp finishes, we are doing 1 full day in Washington. So we've got a train booked from Baltimore to Washington, and we've got a full 12 hours or so in Washington. So we'll be going to the Smithsonian, checking out all the 3 museums. We've got the zoo tickets for that day to go to the zoo. We'll be doing the Capitol building, the Lincoln Memorial, everything you can think of that's free in Washington we'll be doing, so that's to look forward to. And then we're meeting our friend. Well, the plan is we might be meeting the friend, we're not entirely sure, and that's Becca. Now if you watched our New York vlogs, you would have saw that we met up with a girl from camp that we met at winter camp. Now she lives in Baltimore, so we might be meeting up with her for an afternoon, so look out for that. And then on the 14th of August we'll be making our way to the airport and flying home, and we'll land back on the 15th of August. So we are going to be away for about 24-25 days or so, but we are looking forward to it. We're really excited, we can't wait. I always said that I wanted to go back 1 year, but I never thought it would happen. I know it's only 2 sessions, it's only session 5 and session 6, but we're glad that we can go back and see the beautiful scenery. You know, it's a very emotional time for Jess and I, because it's our actual wedding anniversary in, what day is it, day 21st, so in 5 days time it is our actual wedding anniversary. We will be at camp at the time, so it comes like full circle. It's where we had our first kiss, it's where we had our first hug, it's where we told each other we loved each other. We were also in Baltimore for our first date, and now we're going back there on a wedding anniversary, so it all ties in nicely. But we are really looking forward to it and we can't wait. So vlogging at camp is going to be a little bit difficult, so I'm going to tell you now quickly what we will be vlogging, and then we'll assess it when we're there. So obviously we'll be vlogging making our way to the airport and the hotel. We'll do a room tour if needed. We'll vlog the meal tonight, or tomorrow, yeah, tonight. We'll vlog going to the airport from the hotel. We'll show you all the lounge and the flight itself. Now when we get to Copenhagen, again we'll show you all of the hotel, all of the airport in Copenhagen and what shops are there and so on. And then when we fly from Copenhagen to Washington Dulles, again we'll film that. We will film and include some of the Uber trip, and obviously when we get out of the Uber at camp we'll film a bit of that. Now we will show you the cabins. Now there are 12 cabins at Camp Greentop. They're all the same, it's all the same layout. So we'll show you where me and Jess are staying and show you that. And then when we split up, when the campers arrive on Monday, we'll show you our individual cabins. Jess will have her own cabin and I'll have my cabin, and with our staff and the campers, and Jess will have her cabin with the staff and campers. So we'll show you that, even though they're all going to be pretty much the same. They might have a few changes, a few more adaptations in each other's, but they're basically, the layout is the same. We will then do a camp tour. So we start right at the beginning of the camp and show you around. Now we're not sure if that's going to be shown straight away. We might wait until the other 3-day break after session 5, but that will be shown and we'll show you that. Now camp itself, obviously it's full of vulnerable adults and children with disabilities, and I don't think they would appreciate a camera being stuck in their face, and also their parents back home, or the guardians or so on. I don't know if they're going to appreciate being on their sons and daughters being on camp. So what we're going to do is when session starts, we won't film anything of them days. So when the campers are at camp, we won't film anything. Jessica might just check in with you every now and again and show you what she's planning to teach the kids and say hello and just check in and show you what she's planning. Maybe a few clips of the kids dancing and so, but there's not going to be much at camp itself. But what we will do every night in the evening when the campers are in bed and the staff can have their evening breaks, me and Jess will find a little place somewhere secluded that's well lit, and we'll just check in with you and tell you how the day's gone, what we've done, what we're feeling and so on. And that'll be 5 minutes or so just to let you know. And that'll be it for the whole of session 5. Then also the break for 3 days. We're not entirely sure what we're doing in those 3 days. If we get invited by the staff members to go out somewhere, then we will. If we don't, we will just stay on the mountain or so on for those 3 days. But we don't really care what we get up to, really. We haven't got, say, as much money as maybe most people at camp, because everyone at camp will be earning money, they will be getting paid when they're out there. Obviously we're not, so they're going to be rolling in it. We will have about $50 or $60 a day, so we're not entirely sure. Like I said, we might get invited out by other staff, we might stay out at camp, we just don't know. So we'll be filming those 3 days anyway, and then when session 6 starts again, Jessica might check in with you from day to day just to tell you what she's planning to teach the kids. But it won't be till the evening when everyone's in bed that me and Jess will do a little 5-minute video on her phone. So we're not going to take the camera out of our cabin when the campers are there, because anything can happen. It could get broke, it could get stamped on, and obviously if we break the camera, YouTube is over until we get a new one. So that is the plan. So we are looking forward to it. Now when we do arrive at camp tomorrow, we have been told that there is a camp vehicle for us that me and Jess can use. Otherwise, if there's no vehicle, me and Jess will be stuck on the mountain with no way of getting off to get any food. So we have been told by the camp director that there will be a vehicle for us. So thank you so much for that. That's going to help us out a lot. That means that once we drop our bags off, do a little cabin tour, that we can get in the vehicle, go off the mountain, probably go to Walmart and stock up for those 3 days. Now when we're at camp, all our food's provided for us except for those 3-day breaks. So all our food is provided for us. That's 3 main meals, snacks, desserts, everything is all provided for us. And obviously we get to stay in the cabins, so that's all provided for us. We've got accommodation as well. So the only time we're going to need money is on the 3-day breaks, and obviously when we're in Baltimore. So it's going to be a quite fairly cheap trip, other than when we're in Baltimore. The hotel is a little bit expensive, but it's the only one that we could have, because the one that we did have booked decided to close down and not notify us. It was only because Jess went on the website and saw that it was permanently closed a few days ago, and then we realised, oh, it was a good job you checked. So we've had to book a nicer one. It's a little bit more expensive, but after 20 days on a camp bed, we'll be looking forward to a nice soft bed. So we are looking forward to that. So I think that's about everything I can think of. There are 2 more things actually I need to tell you. So like I said, Jessica and I will be on a mountain. It's quite high up, I'm not sure the actual altitude, but it's very secluded with woods, and signal is not the greatest. Now Jessica and I will have our phones with us, our English phones, and we do have data, but we're not sure how they're gonna work in America with it being so high up and thick with woods. So it might be hit and miss our Wi-Fi, but we will have our phones on us and we do have Wi-Fi. So if you do want to get in contact with us, if you do want to still comment on our videos, if you still want to drop us an email, anything you want, still do so. We will get back to you as soon as possible. It just won't be straight away like it is at the moment. It might take us an hour, might take us a couple of hours, because we will be busy there as well. It is a 24/7 job, so we will be replying back to you, but just maybe not instantly. Also, we'll be doing a lot of stories on our Instagram. So if we have got a signal out there and it's good, we will be doing a hell of a lot of stories on Instagram, so please make sure you check us out on Instagram and follow all our stories. I'll get just to put the handle there. That's where it's going to be, all the stories, all our posts of camp. So if you want to keep up to date day to day, please check out our Instagram. That's where that's all going to be. And one more thing I need to let you know is Jessica, bless her, has worked her behind off over the last week or so to make sure there are some vlogs for you to watch whilst we're away. Obviously when we're away we can't be editing anything, so Jessica over the last 3 or 4 days has churned out about 8 vlogs for you. So you'll be pleased to know that the start of our Bulgaria vlogs have started. So the first one will be going up this Sunday, and that's split into part 1 and part 2. So part 2 will be going up the following Sunday. Then you've also got our hotel room tour in Bulgaria, which will be number 3. And then he also got another vlog of day 2 going up on our channel as well. So they'll be every Sunday at 6 PM, so you can watch all of them in the next couple of weeks and follow along. Also with America, and when we went to Walt Disney World, Jessica, bless her, has worked her wonders and got another 4 vlogs of those out. So they'll be going up Wednesday at 6. Now, due to us being very busy and getting a lot done in the last couple of weeks because it's come around so quick, you will notice that majority of our Walt Disney World vlogs from now, the next 4, will be quite short. I think there's one 15-16 minutes long, maybe 20 minutes long. They're a lot shorter. Now that was the only way Jess could edit them and get them up in time so she could do it. If we'd done 4 lots of 45-50 minute videos, it will be a long time for Jess and we probably won't get them up. So what we've done is she's had to make 2 vlogs and then basically chop them in half so we could get 4 vlogs out of it. It's not what we'd want to do. We want to get through them as quick as possible, but it was the only way that we could do it so that you had some content to watch. So you've got the Bulgaria vlogs going up on Sunday at 6 whilst we're away, and you've also got 4 America Walt Disney World vlogs going up at 6 on Wednesday. But that is everything I need to say. If I think of anything else, oh, I do. So some people have asked about Trevor, what is happening with Trevor whilst we're away. Now we have hired a lady called Emma. Now we've used her numerous times. She's a lovely lady and she works for the company called A Cat in the Flat. I'll get just to put like a little picture of the Cat in the Flat logo there. We are paying her, Emma, £12 a day to pop in and look after Trevi, feed him, change his litter, give him a drink, you know, give him some affection and so on. So she is going to be coming around every day for the next 24 days. I've also got my brother popping in and out now and again, just keeping an eye on the place, checking the post, watering a few plants, etc. So he'll be coming in and interacting with him as well. So Trevor will be really looked after. We did think about putting him in a cattery, but knowing what Trevor's like, he won't understand what's going on. He'll be confused, he won't get it, and it will be very anxious, and I can't go away knowing that he's not happy. It will make me feel awful being away and I wouldn't be able to enjoy it. So he's staying at home, and lovely Emma from Cat in the Flat will be coming around to look after him every day, along with my brother, who's going to be popping in, checking, keeping an eye on the place, checking our posts and so on. But I've been waffling on now for about 28 minutes. This was meant to be a short video, but you know what I'm like with my monologues. Once I get going, I can't stop. But thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this vlog, please give it a huge thumbs up. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all of our travels throughout the world. And also, most important thing is please hit that bell notification. That will notify you when we've posted so you don't miss any videos. And on that note, we're now going to be putting the camera down, getting ready, and we'll be hitting the airport hotel, and we can't wait for a nice air-conned room because it's been so hot these last couple of days. But on that note, I'm going now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!
Do you miss me at all? Do you think about the things we used to do?